Hey guys, I'm Katie from It's a Creek Farm. We would love it if you would like this video and subscribe to our channel. In the previous video, it was the garden tour of July 6th. I mentioned we are struggling with very prolific producing beefsteak tomatoes. And the problem we're having is that there's so many beefsteak tomatoes on the Cherokee Purple plants that the trellising that we're doing is not really strong enough. I could go up and ratchet the trellising tighter, but I don't want to. I have almost 100 plants trellised in here. I don't want to have to go and do that and then adjust the clip on every single tomato first. And second, if the issue, it seems like the only issue is the weight of these tomatoes, just these few tomatoes. And so I am going to put in a stake to support them, and I'll still have them kind of trellised, but I'm not going to have them trellised in, as much. I'm going to have them actually supported by these stakes. Now, we ran up to Duluth, which is like an hour and a half away from us, just for a fun day today. And so I thought I'd stop at Fleet Farm, and they had 0 trellising materials. And this is all that they had left of fence posts. I don't really want to use our T-posts for in here because we do need those for Christmas trees late this fall. And there's always projects around our farm that we need the T-posts for. So I just wanted to get like some wooden stakes or some fiberglass stakes or something that would be easy to put in and not super tall, that I could use for these tomatoes. And they had 5 of these white fiberglass posts left. They're fiberglass fence posts. And then they had 10 of these step-in posts. And we had some of these around the farm that we've had for a few years now. And that is actually what I started doing on a few of these when they collapsed earlier this week. And so I thought I would just get these because this might be my only chance to get them. So I wanted to get some extras because I'm not quite sure how many of these tomatoes are in that later batch of tomatoes that I planted. So let's go over there and I will show you what we're doing. So I figured that our trellising clips that we've been using probably would not work well on these guys. There's really nothing it could stick to. So I already did this one earlier this week, and I was able to clip this onto the fence post clips. But with these guys, I'm not gonna be able to do that. So I did pick up a roll of this trellising tape to use and to have on hand. That way I can tape this plant to the pole, and that should give it lots of support. So the first thing I want to do is figure out where I want to put this. And I think that, let's see, if I put it here, the tomatoes will actually be touching the pole, and I don't want that. So I think I'm going to put it on the back side. I think I'm going to put it on the other side of the drip tape here, just so that it has a little bit more flexibility. And then I'm going to take the rubber mallet and mallet this in. That is in pretty sturdy. Okay. So then next, I'm going to take the tape, if I can open it. Now I didn't want to use this earlier in this year because I didn't want to have to pull it off of every single plant and every single piece of whatever I have. But if it's just going to be for 5 plants, that should be fine. I almost thought this stuff was sticky, but it does not seem like it's sticky. So trellising tape is not sticky for those of you who have never used it before. I think it's just supposed to tear it off and tie it. That's interesting. So I'm just going to pull up the plant, and I'm going to first off, oh boy, pull off the tape first. Maybe not, maybe I'll just do it like that. Just tie it like that. Now I'm going to tie it in a few spots here so that it does have lots of support. Then I'm going to pull this up so that it's a little more snug. And when I get these heavy ones staked, then I'll go back and kind of trellis everything again to the line up on top. Okay, go ahead, you can stop. I want to somehow support this branch here. So it has a lot of tomatoes on it.
Can you tie it to the pole?
I can. I'm wondering if I should just clip a clip to it and run the string.
Probably. That's probably a good idea.
You know what I mean? Take this guy. So I'm just gonna keep doing that for the other beefsteak that we have that are, I think they're just the Cherokee purples that seem to be having the issue. So I'm just gonna stake those like I'm doing here and provide extra support for the branches because they're obviously gonna need it. And then loosen up the clips, and then these guys should go up a little higher, and then I'll be able to tighten it. So that should really help keep the tension off of this line. It does seem to be working really well for the smaller tomatoes. It's just these guys are so heavy. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will keep you updated on the trellising experiment of 2021.